What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting to you from the D, and we're gonna talk about Carnival again, right quick. They in the algorithm right now. It's a lot of talk about them being anti-black with the rule changes that they've made. I personally don't see it that way. I think that they allowed certain things to take place that they probably shouldn't have. And when they saw that certain behavior not only came along with what they were allowing, but that the behavior was getting worse, they had to make some changes. They couldn't keep things the same. And that's understandable in my opinion. You have to provide a safe and fun environment for everyone. You can't just do it for a certain group. You can't be like one group gets to do whatever they want and the rest of you just gotta do's whatever they's want. No, doesn't work that way. But I come across an article here by The Root, and skimming through it, I found some things about it that let's just say they were interesting. So let's get into this a little bit. The title of it is Carnival's New Rules Got Black Folks All in Their Feelings, but others say the cruise line is justified. Are Carnival's new rules restrictive or racist? Some folks say it's the latter, and they're canceling their reservations expeditiously. Brawls, assaults, drunken fights, boots on the ground, and fans in the hand just might have Carnival Cruise Line saying enough is enough, and some black passengers are returning the favor, canceling their existing reservations or canceling the cruise line altogether because they deem their new rules are racist. But some argue, are the new policies racist or just restrictive? I'm going to say that they're just restrictive. I don't think that so far the things that I've observed that they're making changes on, I don't think are racist. I think that they're just trying to bring some order to the cruise. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, many of the things that I see and many of the things that I read about that take place on Carnival Cruise, I want nothing to do with. I wouldn't go. So I'm not saying that I would go on Carnival Cruise even now, but the steps that they're taking would make me more open to it. Certainly more open to it than I would have been before. So the discourse began after Carnival, who has the most allegations of serious crimes committed at sea than any other cruise line sailing from North America per FBI, implemented new rules according to reports. As of June 1st, Carnival passengers received a new letter to reinforce their guidelines and code of conduct. So this took place a month ago. Why is it that people are so PO'd about it now? Like, why has it went viral now? This is obviously something that's taking place June 1st. So what's happening here? But that's not what you want to have. Let's talk about that. That's not what you want to be associated with. That uh, you have the most allegations of serious crimes committed at sea. That's not good branding at all. So if you can read that and still pretend like you don't understand why they needed to make some changes across the board to get this in check, you're being willfully oblivious. Let's see. Stricter enforcement on drugs. Marijuana, including cannabis and its derivatives, and other illegal substances are unlawful and strictly prohibited on board. The letter emphasized smoking of any kind in undesignated areas such as staterooms and balconies is strictly prohibited. Even if marijuana is legal for recreational or medicinal use in your home state, it remains illegal under U.S. federal law since cruise ships sailing from the U.S. ports operate under federal maritime law. All forms of cannabis are prohibited, and Carnival has a zero tolerance policy. If caught, passengers are immediately removed from the ship at the next port. with no refund. Oh, I got an "and" here somehow. No refund, permanent ban, the turning over to law enforcement, and possible fines. They were allowing cannabis on before. I did not know that. That's wild to me. That yeah, uh, it don't seem like I was missing much by never going on a Carnival cruise. I mean, just reading that alone so far, them implementing anti-cannabis rules. Wow. Guests 17 years of age and under must be out of public areas by 1 a.m. unless they are being accompanied by an adult from their traveling party. Age 21 years of age or older, they are allowed to be in public areas after 1 a.m. only if they are involved in a supervised club O2, ages 15 to 17, or Circle C, ages 12 to 14. Teen activity, as these youth programs often host late night events that allow teens to be out later under staff supervision. So I don't have an issue with that. Underage people need to be in a room or whatever after a certain time. I have no problem with that, because if your 15-year-old daughter is out there at a certain time and something happens to her, forget personal responsibility. The parents aren't going to take any personal responsibility or accountability for the fact that their teenage daughter was out and about unsupervised. They're going to be trying to sue Carnival because something happened to their unsupervised, teenage daughter. Forget the fact that they have no idea where she is. They let her go out and about to do whatever the hell it is that she wants. Don't bother to check and make sure she's okay, what she's up to. No, it's Carnival's fault. So I have no problem with that. So boots on the ground, but leave the fans at home. Passengers can still enjoy those battery-powered fans on board, but as far as those non-battery operated fans, leave those at home. Carnival cites safety reasons for the specific ban for handheld fans made popular by Boots on the Ground. Where them fans at? Line dance at 803 Fresh, where dancers loudly clack fans on certain part of the song. The cruise line says the clacking could cause accidental injuries. I didn't know this was a thing. So there's a song, Boots on the Ground, and people take fans and clap them during the song. Yeah, I didn't know about that. That's definitely an interesting one. No more hip hop. Although Carnival Cruise Line has not officially announced a ban on hip-hop or rap music in their clubs, significant online chatter from some black passengers say they notice a reduction or absence of the genre in clubs. I saw a video of a woman who was actually on the cruise, and she was saying, listen, I'm telling y'all I'm here right now. She's here in the month of July, all right, sending that video out. She's saying the rap music stuff is done. She said they'll play some instrumentals, but in terms of rap music with lyrics, she like that's not happening. But again, they've not said anything official about no rap music. I guess it's just kind of something they're doing, but not really saying anything about. Do with that what you will. Some online discussions suggest that Carnival might be moving towards a more pre-approved song selection for DJs who should reportedly decline passenger requests. The perception comes in the context of Carnival's efforts to address rowdy crowds and disruptive behavior on board. Well, I mean, again, I don't have any issues with the changes that I've heard so far. None of the changes that they made would have a negative impact on my experience if I was to go on a cruise. So far, all this crying about they're targeting black folks and whatnot, it just sounds ridiculous. I seen a few people who made videos say that they are fine with black people, they got a problem with ninjas. And there it is. That's really what it sounds like. If you are a black passenger, they do not inherently not want your business. What they want is to deter the behavior of certain types of black people. Even those type of black people, they still want their business. They are just trying to curb some of that, ill-mannered behavior that comes from them. Limited unlimited drink packages. The cruise line always had a 15 drink limit per 24-hour for the Cheers alcoholic beverage package, but now there's a perception that alleged enforcement has become stricter. Some black cruisers feel this targets groups who tend to purchase these packages and enjoy lively celebrations. 15 drinks in a 24-hour period to me is wild. Like, I couldn't imagine having 15 drinks in 24 hours. That is wild to me. So what happens? People get to drinking, they drink a lot, their judgment becomes compromised. They start to say and do things that they otherwise wouldn't when they were sober. And unfortunately, in order to try to curb some of this, they may have to come down on the drink limit. 15 was very generous. I mean, just I don't know. Not everybody is able to hold their alcohol the same, but whose fault is this really? When it comes down to it, these changes that are being made, whose fault is this really? It's not the Hispanics that have led to these changes being made. It's not the whites that have led to this, to these changes being made. Whose fault is this really? The very people that gave rise to these changes are the ones that are complaining the most about it. When if you never behaved in the capacity that you were to begin with, you would still have all these things. You would still have your marijuana use. You would still have your rap music in the club areas. You would still have your speakers on deck. You would still have your 15 drink, limit for 24 hours. It's like you have nobody to blame but yourselves for these restrictions coming into effect. You behave doing the most, behave doing the worst. And then when they try to contain it with, and it's for your best interest, by the way, because the cruise line is being known for having the most alleged crimes committed at sea. So these changes that they're making are ultimately in your own best interest as well as theirs. But because people are so short-sighted and they just want what they want, they just want a place where they can turn up with no accountability, they just refuse to see the bigger picture here. Carnival has enforced rules against guests playing their own music loudly in public areas, including by pools and hallways. While ostensibly for everyone's comfort, many black passengers feel the rules are selective and force against them. They argue that other groups play different genres of music without facing the same level of scrutiny. Well, you can say that, but nobody can have a speaker. So to say that this is just targeting black folks is ridiculous. Because if you're admitting that other groups play their music too, by saying no one can have speakers, does that not affect them too? So this is a non-issue for me. I don't want to hear anybody's crap ass music. I'm okay with being in a restaurant area and they've got their playlist going. I'm okay with being in a bar and they've got their music going, their whatever DJ playlist or whatever. But I don't be wanting to hear people's personal taste in music. I'm not interested. Says, of course, folks took to TikTok to express their concerns about the rules. Carnival does not have to worry about me, one TikToker said. Okay, whatever. Who said she canceled her reservations for a friend's birthday. Yeah, I saw that video. We got the message loud and clear. We are not your demographic anymore. Carnival decided they wanted to rebrand. Yeah, I saw this video. The woman was talking about her and a friend, a male friend, for his birthday. They wanted to turn up. They wanted to go to... See, they are the very people that Carnival is trying to discourage. It's not black folks. It's a certain type. They were planning on going there and acting a fool at sea. And just who the hell wants to manage a bunch of drunk adults that just have no home training, no self-awareness, and are allergic to accountability? I mean, that's just a miserable experience. While some were saying goodbye to the cruise line, others welcomed the change. Yeah, I'm one of those. Y'all have to learn how to act. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all really made the value go down. I'm not mad at it. Another added. I've never seen a Carnival Cruise video on social media that makes me want to go. Facts. I've never seen a Carnival video that made me want to go. It's done the opposite. I mentioned that in the other video when I was talking about black folks being mad about no music or whatever. I would look at them videos and I'm like, absolutely not. Says it's like Walmart of cruise lines. While a third wrote, it's not racism, but certain stuff becomes a liability after a while. Yes, yes. It's not a crackdown on a color, it's a crackdown on people's behavior, one person reasoned. Other comments included, Carnival got tired of being the Section 8 of the sea. God forbid the company want to protect their brand. And what's racist about people acting right? I can't say I disagree with anything said in any of those statements. Apparently, there are some black folks out there that have enough sense and wherewithal to understand that these changes are to make it a better experience for everybody, black folks included. Not everybody that's black enjoys that rowdy behavior and wants to be around it. I am such a person. I love black people, but some of the behavior I can't stand and I don't want to be around. I don't want to take my family on a cruise where people are acting rowdy and ignorant. I don't want to pay my money to be trapped on a vessel with a bunch of people with no damn home training and hate accountability. The moment that you tell them, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, this is a liability issue, whatever, they want to call you racist. Like, they just want to do whatever it is that they want to do, and you better not say anything to them or else you're racist. I don't want to deal with that. So so far these changes that Carnival has made, I have no issue with them. I think they're going in the right direction. I have no intention of jumping on there with them anytime soon, but with these changes made, I'm open to it, possibly in the future. I'm gonna leave it there though, you guys. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do, and hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.